Basically.
Okay.
Got it out of the mud, I had no carnal place. Yeah, and it's amazing, yeah. Getting paper, yeah. Doing what I love, yeah.
Excellent.
What's good, everybody? I already know that it's your boy rarekiqs, man. We not in the field yet, but we about to be. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? This episode is an important one. A lot of people have requested me to talk about this, so why not talk about it? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just give y'all a quick run through what we're gonna be getting into today, and if you want to stay and listen to whatever possible whatever possible information I can offer you guys based off my experience reselling, you can stay and listen. Mind you guys, I know you see the title. I'm not a tax professional. I'm not a CPA. I've been, you know, having a successful business for a year now. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not perfect in this stuff, but I'm gonna let y'all know my experience, and maybe y'all can learn from me. You know what I'm saying? So first, get it started right now. We on the way to we about to go to Kickstop, a sneaker store over here, and we gonna I'm gonna sell them some of my shoes, right? Because this is a valuable lesson to be learned in this. So look, when it comes to paying taxes, first off, let me get this out of the way. All y'all gotta pay taxes. If you're a grown man and you're doing like me, I live off of reselling. So all this shit, like everything that I have is paid for from my business, you know what I'm saying? So if you think you're gonna escape paying taxes, it's dead. It's not gonna happen. So for everybody wondering, yes, you have to pay your taxes, you know what I'm saying? And yes, it is a tax and they gonna take a lot of your bread, but it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? That's how life is, bro.
Is that strictly in Cali or just reselling in general?
To be honest, that's another thing. That's a good question, but I should clarify that I'm in California, and the laws and everything is different out here probably than other states. I can't speak for how it is if you don't live in California, but I can tell you that I do think that regardless you got to pay taxes. I think because I pay federal taxes and state taxes. That's another thing you guys got to know is that like you'll be expected to owe federal taxes and state taxes, and the bigger chunk of taxes I think will come from your federal taxes. So I think that would mean you'd have to pay that anywhere. So even if your state you don't have to pay taxes, you probably have to pay federal taxes. Like for me, I owe way less to the state than I owe to whatever federal. I guess that's the whole United States government. I don't know. I dropped out of college, you know what I'm saying? So we don't know, but basically I owe some money on taxes, which is fine. It makes sense, you know what I'm saying? I made some money, I gotta pay some money, you know what I'm saying, out of my taxes. So why I invest in these shoes, I have a lot of inventory sitting around. So I personally decided to sell some of my my personals, you know what I'm saying, to kind of lessen the blow. So I sold probably like 10 pairs of personals, maybe a little less, and I just got rid of a little bit of inventory, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm good, I'm in the clear, I can afford to pay my taxes, I'm about to pay my taxes, you know what I'm saying? So it's nothing bad for me, but there are some things that I can show you guys that y'all can learn from maybe mistakes that I made or just things I could have did better, you know what I'm saying? So first I'm gonna grab some of these, we're gonna go to Kickstop, like I said, I'm gonna sell them some shoes, so I'm gonna grab some of these. Let me see, I got a 10 in these cords. I'm gonna bring them niggas some Royal Toes. Got a bunch of size 10s. I'll take a Royal Toe. Purple, I got 2 of these. I'm gonna just hold a little bit less of these. And I know my hold all went down a lot, but yeah, I wanted to invest in other things and I had to sell some. So it is what it is, you know what I mean? Got all these Royal Toes. That's size 13 Royal Toes.
You wanna get back to him after you get done on the car? So I can help you get stuff?
Nah, cause I'm about to tell him some gems advice, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
10, 10.5, 11.5. Well look, when it comes to like, you know, one thing also, you want to always log all your inventory. I got actually 3 main tips that I think you guys should all do if you're worried about having to pay taxes. Also, if you don't make a certain amount of money that you're living off of it, I don't know the exact amount, but if you don't make a lot of bread off this shit, basically, you might not have to pay taxes. You might be able to file it as like a hobby, to where like, oh, I'm not living off this, like a side hustle, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I don't think you have to pay taxes on that, so keep that in mind. But one of the biggest things I can say is just don't be lazy. Go do your research. Go look up this information. Make calls to people and find this information, because at the end of the day, it might be a little different for your exact situation. So you want to make sure you're actually doing some research and finding out what you need to find out, because that's going to help you more than just like watching videos on watching videos of what everyone else is saying about their personal situation. But this could be of some help too. So that's number one. Number two, I would say that not even I would say, this is a guaranteed thing you have to do. Spreadsheet, 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 spreadsheet. Simple. Let's go take a look at my spreadsheet real quick. We'll go to Google Chrome. So right here it says rarekiqs inventory. I ain't gonna show y'all too much information. Don't look, but look. You see this? That's every shoe. Every shoe has what the shoe is, you know what I'm saying, the date that I bought the shoe, and how much I paid, how much I sold it for, how much I made. You need to have that for your taxes, you know what I'm saying? You may be lazy and not feel like doing it, but it'll be worth it in the end, because in the end, you have to input all the information from how much you spent, how much you received, and how much you made. You have to input all that information, okay? So you want to have it logged for this is your cost of goods sold. That's what they call that on taxes. I can't show y'all all of this, but on the paper where it says business income, look, I'll just fold it like this so you don't see. This is one of my tax papers, look. This is one of my tax papers. This is what they're gonna give you.
Oh, focus.
So I'm gonna just fold it so you don't see my info, but this is what they're gonna give you. They're gonna give you a sheet like this, and it's gonna have a list of stuff. Let's read off some of this stuff. I'm always keep it. I'm trying to keep it real with y'all and let y'all know exactly what's gonna happen. I called multiple tax people. Everyone told me that I need these numbers. You need your gross receipts and sales, all the money you received from your business or whatever. You need your cost of goods sold. That means you pay $200 for a shoe and you sell it for $250. Your cost of goods was $200. Your gross receipt or gross sale from that was $250. And your profit with the amount made was $50. That's how that works, right? Okay, so you need your gross sales, you need your cost of goods sold. I'm gonna just go over the really important shit. If you pay for stuff, you need delivery and freight or shipping. You need to have that on there if you pay to ship things for your business or whatever. You need to have supplies on here. Supplies is like, I buy tape. I spend thousands on tape, freaking boxes, you know what I'm saying, printers, ink. All those are supplies, you feel me? You need to have all that. My dolly, like to carry shoes, that's all stuff part of your business, right? You want to have travel income, travel expenses. I have travel expenses. I travel to different states for events. That flight is an expense. Every meal on that trip is an expense. Every hotel that I pay for is an expense. Rental car, expense. All that stuff is expense. So you want to log this shit, because here's the thing. At the end of the year, they're going to tell you have to pay back on the money you owe. If you log that stuff, that money will be deducted from the money you owe because you spent it as something for your business. You know what I'm saying? So that's important information that y'all need to really, when I say that's the most important information, like that's really the most important information, which means you can't slack on that shit. Anything that you spending on for your business, you need to keep track of that.
What's that called? Write-backs or?
They're called write-offs.
Write-offs.
Write-back. That's close enough. Yeah. But yeah, I know what you meant, but
I'm not a tax man.
Yeah, neither am I. That's why I pay somebody to do it. But you know what I'm saying? And you can do this yourself. I wouldn't recommend it. I paid somebody to do it just because I just want to make sure it's done right and correctly, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So, like I said, you know what I'm saying? You want to make sure you keep a solid track of all of that stuff. I cannot stress this to you enough. And the reason I'm saying this is because I probably owed more this year than I would owe if I would have kept a great record of everything. I had a good record. I had an okay record, but not a great record. I definitely missed a lot of like meals and gases, like gas, like for my car, and like travel expenses. Like I know I missed a few flights or something that I'm not going to be able to save money on, and I'm not going to just forge it and pretend because I don't want to risk anything. And I think that's in y'all's best interest too, that if you don't know if you have the exact proof to say, oh, I spent this on this for my business, I wouldn't put it down because I don't want to risk it. Whatever you decide to do, that's on you. But I just made sure I only put down as expensive stuff that I can prove. Like I have concrete evidence. I got all my bank statements, I got receipts, concrete evidence of stuff that I spent money on. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to need that stuff. So I would tell you to keep that stuff. Maybe invest in a file cabinet or folder or something and keep all that stuff because it'll be worth it. You know what I'm saying? When they say you have to pay your taxes and stuff like that. So one thing that you can do to make this easier on yourself is create a new bank account and have that bank account as your business account. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I said learn from my mistake, because even though I kept track of all my stuff, I didn't have a separate account. So I had to go back into all my bank account statements and I had to look through all this stuff myself. Thank God. Thank you for my girlfriend for helping me out, because it's a tedious work to look through everything. But that's what you got to do to make sure you have the exact concrete evidence. Like, okay, on this date I spent this. Government or nobody can tell me that I didn't spend it. You know what I'm saying?
I have a question.
Yeah.
If you say you were to write, like if you were to write everything, like the planes, the gas, the food you missed, do you still have to go back on your bank statements to see, even if you wrote it down?
To be honest, to be safe, I would make sure you have it on your bank statements. Because if you writing it down is better than having nothing, obviously. But like, maybe if you wrote it down with the date. Honestly, I'm not experienced enough to answer that 100%. But if I had to guess, I would say you need something a little more concrete. Like for me, I had orders and proof from like my Instagram and my like Grailed and other apps like that. Like I would have like orders that show, oh, this actually was purchased at this day, you know what I'm saying? Or like Goat, like, oh, I bought this, but it says it on my Goat app, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I also have it written down, but you can link the two together. It's the same date, and that's good concrete proof. Writing down is definitely better than nothing, but honestly, you'd have to ask a more professional person about that. And I've heard different things from different tax professions. So this is why, you know, my information, y'all, is not like on some, oh, I'm gonna tell you what it is, this is the truth, you should know this and that, blah, blah, blah. I'm just telling you how it was for me. I talked to multiple different tax people, and one person told me that if you have it written down with a picture of the shoes that you bought, printed out and filed together, that would be good. That if in case you got audited by the IRS, you would be okay if you had the picture and writing it down. That's what he said. I don't know. He could be right, could be wrong. He's a tax professional. He said he was doing taxes since 2014, and it's 2021. 6 years, 7 years. Damn, I can't even. That's bad. But you know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
Yeah, shut up.
I'm just playing.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I take that information and decide for yourself if you think that, you know what I'm saying, is reasonable. But yeah, I would definitely recommend, if I were y'all, I would recommend to have your own bank account, like a business account, separate for taxes. You know what I'm saying? That would be easier, because then you just, everything you do that's related to your business, you swipe that card. You only swipe that card and you have your personal card.
That's smart as hell. You just print out everything from that.
Exactly. Yeah. That shit's smooth.
Why did you give me a separate?
4 wide court purple. But alright, so I got two. I got a 7 wide court, a 7 wide royal, so I'm gonna hold on to those. I'll just bring these. I think I got 2 11s right here. 2 of them. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to those. I'm gonna just bring these, I think. Alright, so basically what's happening here, y'all, is because I owe a lump sum of money that I have to pay for taxes, which I am paying probably today or tomorrow. Which, thank God that I'm blessed to be in the position I'm in to where I can afford to pay my taxes and there's no problem. Thank God. Because they don't play about the taxes, bro. They don't play about the taxes. So look, y'all, if you just came to stay for the tax part of the video, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully I gave you guys some information that helps you in your, you know, whatever you're trying to figure out with taxes. Like I said, it's so easy to call people and talk to them. I would call some people and talk to a professional. But if you need someone to tell you to stop being lazy and looking it up on Google and looking for a quick answer, then I might be that person. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now, that shit don't work. You gotta really call people and talk to people and really find out this information for yourself and figure out what you should do for your specific situation, because everybody's situation is different, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Good luck with that. We about to bring some shoes to Kickstock and see what they offer us. Oh, I'm forgetting one pair of shoes.
Oh, I do. I don't even know what you're gonna put out.
Yeah.
The Fraggies.
I'm gonna bring these to Kickstock. Basically.
Okay.
I just grabbed these from a sneaker event. They're my size. I do want to keep these, but the thing is, y'all, like, and I always tell Jordan this. If y'all new to the videos, Jordan's behind the camera, but I always tell Jordan this. It's like, I don't have emotional attachment to these shoes, even though I love shoes with a passion. It's just like materialistic stuff don't really mean that much to me. You feel me? Like, there's more important things. Hold on. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm popping out the Adidas slides with the Nike socks. Who's gonna stop me?
Ain't talking about.
Who's gonna stop me? So, we're gonna bring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna bring 6 pairs of Royal Toes to Kickstock and 4 pairs of UNCs, and we're gonna bring, oh, actually I have some more UNCs in my crib. I'll bring these 2 and see. Actually,
Get them, yeah, get them, yeah.
I'll get them out.
You ain't bring none of the Luckies?
Nah, I'm definitely gonna keep them.
You used to have mochas or you sold all your mochas?
I mean, no, I don't have my personal pair. I would sell them hoes though. I really don't vote them. I'm like, they're straight. Look, so since this video is like 16 minutes, I know y'all like the long videos and stuff, but I just realized I don't have much else to say about taxes to, you know what I'm saying, for the rest of this video. So what we're gonna do is basically, like I said, because of the tax situation, this could be of some good information to y'all too, I don't know, but the truth is, I have money to keep investing in the shoes, but I would want more. So look, I normally wouldn't sell these for this much because these could sell on my story for a little bit more. But the fact is, a sneaker store, they have cash on hand. It won't be like, oh, I gotta go through my DMs for the next few days to a week to try and get money for these. If they want them and they can pay well for them, they gonna pay me right then and there. So this is called cutting your losses. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not looking to take no L's on these because I paid 2.7 for the fragments. I paid probably like $280 each on these Royal Toes and Courts, you know what I'm saying? And I probably paid like $4 on these universities. If they want them, they want them. If not, they not. We gonna go see. If not, then not. But we gonna go see. Basically, I'm just gonna sell them because I want to have the cash so I can reinvest a lot still. Like, once I'm about to pay the amount that I'm gonna pay for my taxes, it's like, I want to have bread to still reinvest, you know what I'm saying? I want to have extra bread. I want to feel comfortable. And a lot of stuff, I have an excess amount of shoes in the crib. So we're going to see if we can get a decent amount for these shoes. If you want to stay tuned and figure out how this goes, we're going to drop this video probably the same day or next day, you know what I'm saying, about me going to Kickstock and trying to sell them fragments on these Jordan 1s. But I appreciate y'all for watching. Like I said, that's basically the most I could think of for the taxes situation. I'm gonna answer a few questions for y'all just so this video isn't too short, and then we go ahead to Kickstop.
We're rolling, Dale.
We're rolling?
Yeah, Dale.
Dale?
Dale.
Dale? What is that?
Yeah, that was really vulgar. Wow.
It was, oh, cut that out, cut that out.
I'm keeping that in. I gotta keep that part in.
Why?
So people know that you're mean. Nah, I called you Dale because your shirt.
I know,
Yeah.
I was joking.
Oh, you knew that?
Yeah, Dale Earnhardt. Is that how you say your shit?
Earnhardt. Wow.
I don't know.
Imbecile. That's what you be saying. Alright, first question. Will you be doing any more episodes? How many more episodes do you have left?
Okay, so after this episode, and I'm gonna go on live and answer a few questions too after I answer Jordan's questions from the comment section. But after this episode, I'm gonna talk about how I completely went from hell.
Just your story?
Yeah, really my story, just like 2 years. Well, basically just a rough draft of what the story is. Like 2 years I lived in California, moved from Georgia to California, had nothing but a suitcase to my name. Lived with my sister, you know what I'm saying, had nothing. Literally just a suitcase with some clothes and a pair of Yeezys. And ran it up and just worked my ass off to becoming now having a $300,000 business. And that was in 2 years. And most people don't go from $0 to $300K in a year, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
That's still going to be an interesting story. If you want to listen to that, it'll be the next episode after this.
That's dope. That was by Muhammad Smith.
I appreciate you, Muhammad.
Alright, this person has 2 questions. I'll take both his questions. They're really good.
Alright.
First part of the question is it a good idea to go back and change prices? Damn. Is it a good idea to go back and change prices of a sneaker if it doesn't sell?
Okay, I mean, I do this all the time, but I don't know what you mean by change price. I'm guessing you mean lower the price, right? If it don't sell.
Yeah, why would you make it go higher if it doesn't sell?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense exactly. So I would say that's exactly what you should do. If you think about it now, you have to look at it like this. One, I'm telling you, this is what I do all the time. If it doesn't sell, cheaper, take it. Just, I want to sell it, so I don't want to just leave my money sitting there in something that's not selling. But think about it. If you go in every single store that you've ever gone in since a kid, there's a clearance section, and the clearance section is always the brick ass shit that nobody really want and it just didn't sell, so it ends up in the clearance section with a tag and it's marked down. All these companies do that shit for a reason. Like every company you know, except unless they only sell like 1 or 2 limited items, but like people that sell a lot of things, they always have sales. Sales are normally, I'm gonna put y'all on a little bit of business mindset type shit. Sales are normally always because it's something that didn't sell, so you have to put it on sale so it will sell. Like,
whoo! What are you talking about? That shit was smooth.
That's how it is, though. That's really how it is. Like every business do that shit, bro. Because it's called cutting your losses. Like if you're a big ass company and you bought a bunch of shirts, right? You know what I'm saying? And you're trying to sell them shirts, and you paid $15,000 total for hundreds of these shirts, right? Mind you, here's what happened. Say that shirt, that design, people weren't really fucking with it like that, and it wasn't selling, and it was sitting on shelves, and you have like a full size run of all these shirts. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you spent $15,000, maybe your goal was to make $22,000 off of it, profit. Not profit, but total. So your profit would be like what, $7,000 or whatever. So if that's your goal, but it doesn't work, it's been 3 months, and all them shirts are there, you probably sold 1 or 2. Cutting your losses is deciding, well, I'm gonna put these on sale and just sell them all and get my $15,000 back. And sometimes that's the right decision. Sometimes, sometimes you're getting your $15,000 back. Sometimes it's really bad and you only get like $13,000 back. Sometimes it's not too bad and you can make like $17,000 even though you're planning to make 22. You only make a little bit of profit or break even. The thing is, this is a necessary part of running a business, and you have to be able to accept this shit, because otherwise you end up having $15,000 worth of useless, like it's just wasting $15,000, like, because money that's sitting there is not doing anything for you. You know what I'm saying? You want to keep your money moving. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, if you're in that position, obviously it's smarter to sell that, because now you have $15,000 to work with. That's on the bigger scale of things. You can look at it like that. But even if you're just selling shoes, at one point you only have $1,000 to spend, and you spent $500 on these 3 pairs of shoes, and none of them are selling. You were trying to make $700, but none of them are selling, right? And so at that point, what do? Do you sit there and not have money because you have $500 invested into these shoes? Or do you get your money back and reinvest it into something that could sell the next day? Like, you could take that shit out, buy a pair of shoes for $500, and it ends up selling the next day for $800. That's how that shit really happens, you know what I'm saying? So yes, you should always mark down your prices if something is not selling, because that'll always be better than just having your money sitting there not doing anything for you. And if it's not selling, it's probably not, the market's probably not going up for it. It's probably going down and people aren't interested. So that's a big sign you should probably, you know what I'm saying, sell it. And at the end of the day, don't get emotionally attached to any sale or any investment. If you're emotionally attached, that's like being like, oh, I spent $400 on this, and be like, you holding onto your shoe for 3 months because you're like, no, I saw 1 pair sold for $480, so I'm determined to get $450 for it, but nobody wants to buy them for $450. If it's been 3 months, take your investment back, take your investment money back, even if you gotta lose $10, and reinvest it so you can make $80 to $100. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you should always be thinking, you know what I'm saying? But to answer your question short, yeah, you should always mark down your prices if you got to.
I want to tag into a little bit. I know that like super a lot, even like instead of like so I've been like before I was selling to you, like when I was kind of doing my own thing, I used to sell a shoe, or I had a shoe posted for like, say I was selling something for like 200, and I bought it for like, I don't know, 110, and like I wanted at 200 for sure, and I got offers for 150. I could have made about $50 profit, but I was so determined to sell for 200, and I ended up did it, and I got 200. I went back to that person who wanted for 150, and he didn't want it anymore.
Didn't want it. So now instead of making 40, you just still didn't make nothing.
Exactly.
And that's the truth. That's how shit really be happening. That's how shit really be happening. It's hard to just walk away in the middle of the thing, but shit.
You used to be
I didn't
there.
walk away from there. I'm hungry. I needed a snack real quick. What's the next question?
All right, his second part of the question didn't really make any sense. No offense, but his name was Leaky Bands YT. So for the first question that you just answered.
Oh, Leaky Bands?
Yeah.
Appreciate you, my
Leaky
G.
Bands. All right, so the last question is, do you offer on everything?
The way you said it, low-key.
Everything.
I mean, shoot or shoot, bro.
Mm.
That's how I look at it. You miss every shot you don't take. And
Spitting on facts.
that's facts though, like I low-key do offer on everything. Anything that I want that I buy, even if it's not like I don't be begging people to sell to me. That's different. But I always shoot my shot because here's the thing. I learned early on reselling that's one of my flaws was that I used to be all, man, he probably wouldn't take it, or nah, he might feel disrespected by that offer, or he might not like me if I offer that much. But then I got to the point where I was like, bruh, none of that shit matters. This isn't like, who cares if they don't like you after you offer? Who cares? Like, none of that shit matters. And if they don't like you, they don't like you. If you're not trying to do any harm to them, you have no reason to give a fuck if they don't like you because you offered lower. You feel me? So I offer on everything now because it's like somebody can have some shoes that they want $500 for, but they could just be putting $500 just to see what people say, but they really paid $200. So I don't feel bad about offering, $310 on a shoe that someone wants $500 for, because it's like at the very worst, he could say no. That's literally the worst he could do. He's not gonna beat my ass. You know what I mean? Like, he's not gonna do. Nothing is gonna happen. Like, he could say no. Oh, I can't take that offer. And if you can't, bro, that's fine. I'm just letting you know what I'd pay, because the thing is, at the end of the day, I'd probably buy any shoe for the right price. So I'm not gonna turn down an opportunity for myself because I'm either worried about what the other person would say or worried about, how I look if I offer this or something. I don't care about none of that shit because I know I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm not trying to scam nobody. Everyone knows why I offer low, because I want to be the best reseller in terms of I have the best prices. Like, everyone knows shop with rarekiqs because you can buy some used shoes from him for $80. Like, he's not going to be looking like, oh, just because they use no box, I can still charge $250 for them. That's not me. Unless the shoe is worth way more than that, I try to give good deals. So I'm going to offer low because I'm trying to pay what I think the shoe's worth. And I think certain shoes should be worth $250 to everybody, not just to resellers to make their profit. Like, if somebody wants to get some heat, they shouldn't have to go to Flight Club and pay $1,000 for shoes that ultimately aren't really worth $1,000 like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or $600 for shoes that ultimately aren't worth that much. But everybody don't see it that way. I don't give a fuck. I still do my thing. But yeah,
I know. I peep one thing that you do too when you offer on shoes. Is like one thing I learned, like just watching you and stuff, is like you never know what like the circumstances of someone's going through or why they're selling the shoes. Like, even if you offer low, like you said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So it's like just offering that 50, guy can be like, yeah, sure, why not? Like, you never know.
Some people don't care, bro.
Yeah.
Some people, I have people who have shoes that resellers will say, you know what I'm saying, they probably sell for $250. Dude didn't even really care. He was sitting on shoes since he was in high school. Dude was a grown ass man now, child and all. He had a kid in the car, so I remember this. And I went to meet up with him, and I think I made a TikTok of this too. And I paid $100 each for like 7 shoes, so it was $700 total. Yeah, I did make a TikTok of this actually. Bro did not care what the shoe was. He didn't care if it was this release, if it OG box paper, DS, used, none of that shit mattered. He had heat and he had bricks. It was a mixture, but all he knew was these are Jordans. I just want to sell my Jordans. I just want to get like 100 each on them because I know they're Jordans, and you know what I'm saying? You know, he don't really care what I did with them, blah, 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 blah. So it's like, shit, I could have been like, oh, shit, the market for these bread 11s is like 2, so I'll offer 200 on these, and then I'll offer, you know what I'm saying, this much on these. But I knew he didn't care about them, so I'm just like, look, bro, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Like, I'm trying to resell these, you know, that's what my business is, you know what I'm saying? So, like, for all of these, could I just give you like 100 each for them? And then like, I'll just see what I can do with them, try and make some money off them. That's why I told him straight up, because it's like, I'm not in here trying to play no games with you, bro. I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying, hide and see if you can catch it. I'm trying to resell them, but I'm trying to be slick. Like, fuck all that. Like, either you don't want to, not to be vulgar, I'm sorry for the F word, but like, if you don't want me to buy these to make no money off them, that's fine. Keep your hating ass over there. I just won't buy from you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a reseller. That's what I do for a living. You feel me? I'm not finna be like trying to pretend like, oh, I'm a personal these, this and that. No, bro. I'm trying to make some bread off these. Give me the best deal you can, because I work my ass off for this shit. You feel me? And some people are cool about it. That guy was hella cool about it. He's like, yeah, bro, 100 each. Take them all. Had a dude who came from the military, said the same shit, you know what I'm saying? He came from the military from Japan, had a bunch of dudes he looking to let go of because he just wanted some extra cash. He wasn't worried about how much the shoe's going for in today's society. He just sold them to me for, you know, however much I'd pay for them, basically. And I didn't kill him like on no $20 each or nothing, but I was like, shit, 100 for these, 100 for these, 100 for these, do 50 on those. They all had no box, so I didn't want to pay top dollar, obviously, but you know what I'm saying? It works out like that a lot of the time, so offer on everything.
Yeah.
Shoot your shot.
Was it busting? Yeah, I did that. Did that.
I'm doing it. Alright. Any other questions?
That's 3.
That's 3?
Yeah.
Alright. Before I end this, I'm gonna go on live on Instagram and see if anybody had any questions. So after this, all y'all gonna get is my story of reselling. Let me know in the comments if you actually want to see that. And that's gonna be it.
Bruh, Jake Paul. Look at this real quick, bruh. He's different for that.
I can't even hear anything.
You didn't see it? Got that.
He said got that. He's funny. Alright, y'all, so look, ask me some questions. I'm recording a video about taxes on for my YouTube channel. Not me. I'm recording a video about taxes on the YouTube channel, you feel me? So if y'all got any questions for me, let me know, and I'm about to answer it right now on the video before I go to Kickstop and try selling some shoes. Hate them out. Alright.
Those are super good.
Busting, right?
I'm about to go in the cabin to get me some.
Sweet thing. Only 60 calories. Alright. Question number 1 from Get Your Souls. Get underscore your underscore souls to be exact. It's recording, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when you're not looking at the camera, bro, I'd be sus like, bro, should I talk?
It's still, yeah. It's
Question now from Get Your Souls, bro.
I'm gonna hold it like
Question
this.
now from Get Your Souls. What is the first step to do taxes? I would say, 1, ideally the first step is go talk to some people and get professional advice, you know what I'm saying? I would say, from my experience, the first step is to make sure you have the amount that you spent on taxes for the entire year already logged. Like, you got to have all that information on deck. You feel me? That's step number 1, I think, because that's just what I had to do for my first step. You know what I'm saying? You need to have the complete amount. You need 3 numbers, bro. You need the complete amount you made for the year, the complete amount you spent on expenses for the year, cost of goods sold. Pay attention to the beginning of the video. I talked about cost of goods sold. And you need to have your profit. Once you have those numbers, that's a good start. That's what you need at first, because regardless, you're not filing shit without those 3 numbers. So that's the first step. Let's answer another question. Do you track your mileage for a write-off? Yes, you track your mileage for a write-off. Whenever you drive somewhere, like right now, me and Jordan are about to drive to Kickstop to make a video for sneakers for my business, for all that shit. So, sell sneakers is still part of the business. So, us driving there and driving back, we need to track those miles. And that is like, that you can, basically, you'll get a percentage of that written off for your taxes. I don't think they'll write off all of that. So, if you tell them, you basically do that for the whole year, and you should have an amount of miles, like, say you just got 2,000 miles, you know what I'm saying, for the year that you did straight business. This means, for me, driving to events and stuff like that, all counts, you know what I'm saying? So, if you do that, You can have all those miles. They will take a percentage. I think it's a third. I think it's a third of the amount of miles or something. I don't know how they do it, but the government decides how much money worth of those miles you can get written off, and then they'll let you know. But I would track it because every dollar counts when it comes to taxes, and you tracking that will get you some money off your taxes. How can teens resell? This is easy. You're a dependent. You're a teen. You reselling can be considered a side hustle. Your mom probably takes care of your taxes. Buy shoes, sell shoes for more. Boom. You're a teen and you can resell. Simple. Simple. Why? Okay. All right. When making a spreadsheet to keep track of profit and loss, what are the main things you should have on the sheet? Okay. The main thing you should have on your spreadsheet is the date. Every day, you need to have it logged every day. Like, oh, I bought these shoes on this day. So you need to have your dates on there, and you need to have the name of the shoe. I think the size is very useful. It's not a necessity for taxes, but you can have this the size on there, the amount you spent, the amount you made, and the amount you spent, the amount you sold for, and how much you made. This is information you need on your spreadsheet. It helps with taxes. It makes it way simpler. And that's just an easy way to keep your shit organized, you know what I'm saying? So you want to have the amount you spent, the amount you made, and how much you sold it for. Those three numbers are crucial. Are you going to post this on YouTube? Yes, I'm posting this on YouTube. Let's see. Do you go to the bank to do taxes? There's a like in the mail and you send money virtually. You don't go to the bank to do taxes. You actually talk to a CPA, and you might need a bookkeeper to keep track of all your expenses and stuff and add up. It's basically a lot of tedious work. You gotta add up every single amount, because once you have the amount spent, like your amount spent is not gonna be like, oh, I spent $20,000. Like, no, it's gonna be like $21,358.82. That's how you have to add. Like, you have to add up every single amount throughout the year. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just roughly draft that shit. That's why I said you need to have all that shit logged, so it's easy to do it. And it's still going to be time consuming, but it'll be easier. Do you count your cash deals and taxes? You won't be able to get every cash deal, but I mean, well, actually you can. I'm going to have every cash deal on mine, because what you have to do if you're doing a cash deal, you have to have like a picture. Well, this is what I was told from tax professionals. Could be wrong. This is my experience, like I always say. You should have your picture, some form of proof, and maybe a printout. Say, like, print out a little receipt, right, and say, have a little line under and say, this person sold these many shoes, or sold me sneakers for this amount, and then you have them sign it. Now you have proof. If the government says you didn't buy it, it's like, my nigga, I have a signature. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? That's simple. That's what I would say to do. That's what I'll be doing for big deals. You know what I'm saying? If I cash somebody out for $5,000, I'm gonna have it. If I don't have a receipt already or some other form of proof, or I did it through a bank or something, or like a Cash App or something where I can print out the amount I spent, you just want to write that shit down and have somebody sign it. You can write it down on a paper and have someone sign it in pen, or you can you probably print out a bunch of them, have somebody sign it. But that's the best way. You gotta have some form of proof. Just know if you're gonna do a cash deal, you can't just say you bought this, or you gotta have it logged somewhere, just in case. Let me see. Jeez, there's a lot of. Is the G7X a good starter camera? It is a good starter camera, but keep in mind it doesn't have an external mic. That's its only flaw. Other than that, it is a great camera.
Mark II.
This is the Mark II. Yeah, ours is the Mark II.
IIIs have an external.
Yeah, so the Mark III might be busting. I never had a Mark III. We're gonna answer one more. How can I save more money on shipping? It'd be messing up my profit. Okay, so sadly, shipping just costs money. I can't even tell y'all like how to save money on shipping. I'ma just say shipping costs, bruh, because I don't even save money on shipping. Like, you gotta just charge for shipping, to be honest, or just deduct it from your profit, because shipping just costs money. If somebody wants a lot of shoes in a big box, you just gonna have to let them know, look, it costs this much to ship. Like, there's not really nothing I can do. Like, I just got to pay the shipping price. So they would either have to, you know what I'm saying, pay for it. If you want to, like when I first started, everyone knows I did free shipping when I first started, and you can do that, but it will lead into your profit, and that's just how it is. There's no trick to paying $3 to ship something or something like that. Like, it costs money to ship things, especially in big ass boxes. The best advice I can say is get the smallest boxes you can to where they weigh the less and the dimensions are the smallest. So when you do take them to get shipped, it will be cheaper because of that. Probably not that much cheaper, but cheaper. I always tell people, like, truth is, like, shit, I lose money on shipping sometimes, but it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Charge it to the game. I charge $15 for shipping, and it costs me more than $15 to ship the shoe. But the way I look at it is probably like, if my customer pays the $15, they probably gonna, like, I'll probably, depending on where it's going, I'll probably have to pay like $2-3 in shipping, or, you know what I'm saying, something like that. But sometimes if it's closer by, it'll be less of a shipping cost. But there's no really quick trick to save money on shipping, and it does mess up your profit. If you're not charging for shipping, you might have to start charging. That's really how it is. You can tell the people straight up, like, look, bro, shipping cost me $40. I can't lose money to sell you the shoe. Like, it's not good business. Might have to throw something for the shipping, you know what I mean? What is the best way to start? All right. I'm not gonna, there's too many questions on here, y'all. These questions is crazy. So, damn. Alright, y'all, I'm about to hop out the live, but look, we just wrapped up a video about, you know what I'm saying, taxes. I did give you all the best information I could. So if you're just now watching this, watch the actual video and you'll be able to hopefully learn something from that. Appreciate y'all boys, man. Alright, so that's that, y'all. Appreciate y'all for watching everything, man. Hopefully y'all learned something. Like I said, I'm new to this whole shit too. I just talk to the professionals and follow the rules, and it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pay the amount that I gotta pay, and then that's just how it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying?
We're learning with y'all.
Yeah, exactly. We learning with y'all. Like I said, like I told you in the beginning, this is my first year, like, of being in a successful business, you know what I'm saying? So, not like I've been doing this for years of experience, but we are thankful and grateful that I'm in the position where I can pay taxes and continue working and still have a roof over my head. So we just thank God for that, and, you know what I'm saying, keep it pushing. But I appreciate you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments if you want to see my whole story from how I went from homeless to, you know, pretty good business, you know what I'm saying? Pretty good business, doing my thing. So thank you guys for watching. See y'all in the next video. We about to go to Kickstart selling some shoes. If you want to watch that video, it's probably coming up next. So appreciate y'all. I'm signing out.
Out of town, never saw her before. Told her, baby, we don't got that long. Listen, it's not my city show.